Mr. Zelensky turned tail and went to the fucking British fucks and asked them for money instead. Oh, look at that. Gotta spin up the war machine, eh? Mr. Asmongold, too, wants to spin up the war machine. Just kidding. I'm kidding. It's just the fact that when you're in the game of war, your feelings and dispositions and what you believe don't fucking matter. Yeah, you remove yourself. Right, now it's for the good of your nation. Right? Now, if you want to pick sides, you better stay on the side of your own nation. Yeah. After being thrown out of the White House, Zelensky turned up to globalist puppet Starmer, signs a deal to give Ukraine $2.26 billion of hard-working Britain's money. We are told there's $22 billion black hole. That there is no money for pensioners. They need to tax farmers out of existence to raise funds and increase national insurance. Yet they keep finding money to prolong a war that has nothing to do with us. That money will never be seen again. We should have thrown him out like Trump did. There you go, Mr. Asmongold. Have fun. You want to help Zelensky? Go ahead. You want to be a politician? Go ahead. Go help Zelensky. That goes for Mr. Hassan and Destiny too, fucking cuckheads. Go play your war, huh? Sorry. American reporter calls out Keir Starmer's lie about how the UK has freedom of speech. It's true, they don't. Motherfuckers jailing people for talking out in opposition of their own country. And then you have fucking people that are stabbing other people who are just getting out scot-free. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, it sounds like California. Oh, it sounds like the United States. Catch and release, eh? Okay. Proud of Britain's free speech record, the U.S. Labour government are reinventing their Islamophobia definition to enforce a de facto blasphemy law. The definition adopted by the Labour Party 2019 was the all-party parliamentary group on British Muslims definition. Islamophobia is rooted in racism and is a type of racism that targets expression of Muslimness or perceived Muslimness. The example... I can't believe I'm... Oh, this is so stupid. The example is listed in the definitions accompanying report, co-authored by Health Secretary Wes Streeting and communist group HOPE, not hate, include conversations about the grooming gangs scandal, which are aimed at and can achieve harm to individual Muslims, and is not rooted in any meaningful theological debate, but rather in a racist attempt to other Muslims in general, associating them with the crime our society sees as most abhorrent of all. This strategy has been actively pursued by far-right groups, including the BNP and EDL, but has also been indulged, especially as our previous research has shown in relation to grooming gangs, by mainstream politicians of all of our main political parties. Angela Rayner to promise a new definition of Islamophobia. The deputy PM will be advised by a council tasked with putting a name to anti-Muslim hate.
With our friends in the UK and also with some of
Well, the Islamophobic Council is set up in response to the Southport murders, despite Axel Radkubana being obsessed with anti-white genocide and Islamic terror. Pakistani rape gang scandal, which is clear racial and religious hatreds towards white girls. Also, I'm pretty sure Axel Radkubana, right? This guy, the kid who just did another fucking incident, apparently. Yeah, he's a British citizen, but he has Pakistani descent. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? So you have one of your own citizens like terrorizing or is in cahoots with one of these with these gangs. Like, what the fuck is going on? At least they allowed him to just get 3 people, well, get, what was it, a 4th person now? It's like, what the fuck is happening? I don't have a phobia of Islam. I do think the following have no place in a modern, decent society. Yeah, it's like there's no... Yeah, also to make this out to be some kind of phobia, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with politicians and how they fucking... What the fuck? And how they do this shit. It's real fucking annoying. It's like, why the fuck did you even go to school if you're gonna do this kind of fucking shady shit? It's like, what the fuck, man? Oh yeah, Keir Starmer. I'm proud of free speech we have in the UK. Also, yeah, I remember this one. I've seen this one.
So I can get the matter dealt with.
Yeah, this one's an old one.
To come down to the police station voluntarily. Okay, so we can do
malicious communication is something posted on the open forum that is deemed to be offensive. I need to interview you over an allegation of something you put on Facebook. It's a racist matter and malicious communications. See, this is what Asmongold wants. Oh, you can't say you wish the death of people. Well, these people want the death of you. They want to fucking lock you up in jail and starve you to death. Is that what you want? You want your fucking rights taken away? Okay. Fucking talk to me when your rights get taken away and see what happens. There are certain people on the fucking internet who deserve to get fucking caught by the FBI. And some of them need to get slapped the fuck up. Oh yeah, here you go, Mr. Asmongold. Why don't you show these? Huh? Huh, buddy? Oh, it would hurt your it would hurt your political agenda, correct? Right? It would hurt all of your pride and stance on everything, correct? This is real life, buddy. Now, just think of this in the U.S., because this actually used to happen, too. Yep. Get fucking shanghaied. Off to the war machine you go. Just like everyone else in the world. Whether it's your money being tossed to the war machine or your body being used in the war machine. You're going into the war machine whether you fucking like it or not, motherfucker. Sleep with it. Oh, look at the Warhawks! Oh, hey! Look at that! I see a lot of commies here who need to be in a helicopter and kick the fuck out. Should we get Pinochet's helicopter up in this bitch? Start putting people on helicopters and kicking them out? Let's start with all the little fucking bitches in the world, especially streamers. Let's give them a little taste of real life. Oh, but I want to stay in my house and be ignorant of the whole world. Oh, that's too bad. That's not gonna happen when you get World War III on your fucking doorstep.
When you were talking about last time I was on the show, I talked a lot about this. The like kind of.
Oh well, I mean it's already at your doorstep, really. I mean you're being used for a proxy war, whether you like it or not. Whether you want to say it or not, that's up to you.
Disagreed. But the funny thing about it is that it's not like when I was talking about like NATO expansion and how much of a provocation this was to the Russians. When you were talking about like the good people in government, it's not like it's just kooks or, you know, crazy libertarians like me. It was not just like Ron Paul and Noam Chomsky and Pat Buchanan, like the outsiders who were all against NATO expansion. But the list of people within the government, within the national security apparatus, who completely opposed NATO expansion is really impressive and long. There's a lot of like really wise people within the government who were completely against NATO expansion in the 90s when it first started. At least 3 secretaries of defense, Robert McNamara, Robert Gates, George W. Bush and Barack Obama's Secretary of Defense, William Perry, who was Bill Clinton's Secretary.
And this is my line of work. Being a historian in a sense.
Strongest possible language. And
if people don't like history, oh, that's too fucking bad.
Conflict with Russia. And they were like,
fuck
George
you.
Kennan, who was the founder of the containment
You people
strategy,
fucking caused this shit.
Cold Warrior.
You fucking eat it now.
Thomas Friedman from the New York Times.
You will fucking eat it now. You will eat the fucking bugs. and you will like it.
Furious. Like, his anger comes through the page when you're reading it. Because he's like, what are you guys doing? We won the Cold War. We won. And now you're picking a fight with Russia. And this isn't Vladimir Putin's Russia. This was Boris Yeltsin, you know? And he's like, these aren't the Soviets. These aren't the communists. These are the heroes who overthrew them. Why are we picking a fight with them? And he was a cold warrior. He was like, you're throwing away my life's work. And he said, and this was a really, you know, a crazy prediction, really ominous. He said, the people who are advocating expanding NATO are going to continue advocating expanding it and expanding it and expanding it.
Yep.
There will be a Russian reaction. And
Oh,
the Russian
interesting.
reaction, they're gonna
I
say,
thought they
"See,
weren't supposed to expand
we have to
NATO.
keep expanding it." And
Strange. Why do they
damn,
keep
if he
doing
wasn't
that?
right. If he wasn't right,
Ah,
about
you
that-
European
and-
motherfuckers.
One more little detail.
What
on
the
this, which is
fuck are you
really
doing?
interesting, is so there's in 2008, in February of 2008, there was a private cable that the current CIA head, Burns, Bill Burns, who's currently the head of the CIA, at the time he was the ambassador to Russia. And so he sent a private message to Condoleezza Rice, who was the Secretary of State at the time. And this, the only reason we know about this is because of the heroic Julian Assange dumped this. So this was not for the public.
Oh yeah, people forget why people want Julian Assange and Snowden dead. He leaked all the fucking information about all this bullshit.
This is like what they were saying to each other. And this memo was titled Niet means Niet. And it was about Ukrainian entry into NATO, because this had been floated out for a while. Yeah, there you go. Basically, the whole piece is this: the current CIA director telling Condoleezza Rice that this, and he's saying it in diplomatic language.
Read it for
yeah.
us.
So he says, Ukraine and Georgia's NATO aspirations not only touch a raw nerve in Russia, they engender serious concerns about the consequences for stability in the region. Not only does Russia perceive encirclement and efforts to undermine Russia's influence in the region, but it also fears unpredictable and uncontrolled consequences, which would seriously affect Russian security.
I don't understand. Like, why did you go to school and not learn a thing?
NATO membership, with
Why
much
are
of the
people like
anti-Russian
this? You went to
security
school
against
to
membership.
learn foundational
The major
shit,
split
and
involving violence
they
or
kept
worse, civil
expounding
war.
upon it.
In that event,
But no one
Russia
fucking
will
understood that.
decide whether to intervene. A decision
Sad
Russia does not
motherfuckers.
want to have. So this is now. There's another memo that comes out later that year where he says, and it's a really interesting thing where he goes.
Why do you think you fucking went to fucking school for half of your life, and then you forget everything?
And Burns says to Condoleezza Rice, again, not to the American public, just to let the Secretary of State know, like, this is what
Oh
I'm saying.
man,
He goes,
you guys are
"I've
fucking
spoken to
cooked.
everyone over here. He goes, from the craziest right-wingers to Putin's sharpest liberal critics, and it is unanimous to a man. They all
Yeah, you guys are lucky your asses didn't get fucking sent on the front line. Fucking die in a goddamn heartbeat.
You cannot do this. In the same way Jack Kennedy was saying, you cannot put missiles in Cuba. You cannot bring Ukraine into your military alliance. That was Putin's position. Then this is what they were telling him. And 3 months after that memo that we were just reading, so this was in February, they had the Bucharest summit where NATO announced that Georgia and Ukraine were coming into NATO. And this is what it's like. Our ambassador to Russia told our Secretary of State, do not do this. And then they went, we're just announcing that we're going to do it. And 3 months after that was the war in Georgia, because they announced Georgia and Ukraine were coming in. And then Georgia got ballsy.
Oh yeah, that's right, the war in Georgia. I forgot about that one too.
Breakaway province,
Yeah.
South Ossetia. And they had Russian peacekeepers there, and Vladimir Putin responded. That was like the first real response. And he went to war with Georgia over that. And then, like the stuff we talked about last time, is when in 2014, when there was the
Crimea.
backed by
Yep.
the West in Ukraine. It's what I like about these segments too is like people can argue with like. this.
And we had a hand in that coup.
Here, if you remember, we played the video of Gideon Rose just bragging about this, and he was like, "Dude, it's not me. That's the CIA director's words. Yeah. That's Gideon. That's the editor of Foreign Affairs magazine saying this. Like, this is what people in the government were saying, and like one more note that I'll say.
Oh yeah, Julian Assange and Snowden broke the stories on a lot of bullshit like the Patriot Act, the fucking the military base, the weird operations that were happening. You guys are a bunch of shady
his
fucks.
biggest regret was that he didn't resign over NATO expansion. He said, I think he said his biggest regret was that he didn't like do everything he could to stop it, and that he didn't ultimately resign over it, because this was destined to be like the future. That it was like, you know, people will say, I know people will argue with me on this.
Yeah, if you want to talk about real fucking
NATO
treason,
is
holy
just a
shit.
defensive alliance. So why should Vladimir Putin, if you know, we expand this defensive alliance? And it's like, yeah, it's a defensive alliance, except for all the times it's not. You know, except for all the times it fights aggressive wars, like in Serbia or Libya or Afghanistan. Other than that, I guess, they claim it's a defensive alliance. But from Vladimir Putin's perspective, this isn't a defensive voluntary alliance. This is the European wing of the American empire, the most war-hungry country in the world, who's started 7 wars in the last 20 years and slaughtered millions of people. From his perspective, when you put dual-use rocket launchers in Poland, that's not like, we're just trying, the official reason is, we're just trying to make sure that Iran can't nuke Europe with the nukes that they don't have. But from Putin's perspective, he's like, no, you're trying to cut down on the time it would take for a nuclear weapon to hit Moscow. And
Correct.
so, again, it's not that Putin's a good guy, because he's not. And it's not that he's justified in invading Ukraine. He's not. And all the stories of like horrible shit that you've heard that he's done there, he's probably done a lot of them. But, man, it's just that all these guys, these same dumb neocons who had this policy to remake the Middle East, they're the same ones who also had the policy to expand NATO all the way to Russia's border. And, man, was just the dumbest, most reckless policy ever. That's now put us in a position where we are closer to a risk of World War III and nuclear war than we've ever been in my life. And for what? For what? To make sure that the Donbass region is ruled by Kiev rather than Moscow? Like, is that really worth it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All for one little fucking piece of land. Good job, you fucking idiots. You can, if you want to go on to your war, go ahead. You can die for that little piece of land, by the way. Jesus.
Last time I was on the show,
Fucking keep encroaching, keep pushing, and when Putin said not to do it, do you know why he keeps breaking the ceasefires? It's because of all the shit that was happening in fucking NATO. I don't know why he's breaking it. Trying to play fucking dumb. Fucking shady ass American motherfuckers. Both motherfuckers are war criminals. Okay? Even the UN says they're both war criminals. Let's get that straight. There's probably, they would probably label some of our politicians as war criminals too. By the way. By all means, go help a war criminal motherfucker politician who's acting very shady. Who's obviously a fucking puppet. Oh, I don't want to say these things. It's gonna hurt my image. Good, it should. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? Viktor Orban was just banned. Wait, has just banned LGBTQ pride parades in Hungary? You see, Orban wants no part of what this Russian Ukraine. Wait, did he really do that? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit! Yeah, they clamped down. No more Well, are these guys parading around naked? No, I mean, it doesn't look like it. Oh, but it's child protection issue. Shit. Oh man, fucking CNN says it. There it is. Fucking Hungary's on top of it. God. Fuck. Fuck. No more military bases in Europe. Oh yeah. Hey Asmigol, maybe you should look up how many military bases we have and how many embassies we have in these areas. Maybe you'll find out a real reason why we're fucking over there, huh? Instead of playing stupid. I mean, but you can play stupid all you want. That's fine by me. I mean, there's obviously a lot of information. But I don't think even you would believe everything. If they go to war, who wins? Take into consideration Russia has its own oil. Also take into consideration the possibility that China would align with Russia. World War III would be nuclear. Yeah. And we already know there's already Russia and China doing already talks. You have the BRICS nation doing talks. Right. You have North Korea right there already shooting shit over fucking, right, South Korea. Right, Taiwan and all those places. You just had Australia had some issues with China demonstrating one of their warships in front of them. I wonder how many of these streamers actually know what the fuck is happening around the world. You motherfuckers are just lucky that we have certain anti-air defenses that some countries don't have. By the way. You're lucky some countries have alert systems, and some countries don't have alert systems. Just live your lavish lifestyle, ignorant, and away from the cruel realities of the fucking war world, okay? Well, you want to play fucking stupid games? You can win fucking stupid prizes too at the same time. Sorry, I'm getting on fucking Asmongold. There's nothing wrong with Asmongold. It's just, sometimes he talks about... I don't know if he's holding back information or what, but some of the... when he talks about certain shit, it's like, yeah... Maybe he doesn't want to get too deep into the harsh realities of conflicts, but I mean, maybe sometimes some of those people need to learn the harsh realities. I mean, you can shield your eyes all you want, but there's a whole background of shit you don't even fucking understand. What do we got here? Is she gone for good? Uh... Rain's head off Lucasfilms. Salacious Crumb of Grogu and Star Wars Story. Just say out loud clear, I am not retiring. I will never retire from movies. I will die making movies. That is the first thing that's important to say. I'm not retiring. This is fucking starting to sound like Jesse Smollett there. I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal. Did she actually say this? Oh, it's from Deadline? No. Shit. I thought it was just a joke. Oh, fuck. We are in lockstep as to what was going to be, and I'm producing Mandalorian and the movie right now, and I'm also producing Sean Levy's movie, which is after that. So I'm continuing to stay at the Lucasfilm and looking very thoughtfully with Bob and Alan as to who's stepping in. So that's all underway. And we have every right to make that announcement when we want to make it. Okay. Alright, what on here is good? Communist. Jesus. I mean, I heard Andor was okay. What the fuck is this? I don't know about Ashoka and Obi-Wan. I don't know. Oh, well, to be frank, I didn't see any of this. I didn't see any of this. Whatever all this is. Space herpes, Jesus fuck. It's fucked up. Shoot one. Dude, I don't know what it is, but dude, she's giving me the uncanny vibes. Right, at least right on this picture, fucking looks weird. Go Trump. If you miss what
You think you are entitled to, and my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. I think I'm entitled. I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to, and my existence, while grotesque.
I mean, that's kind of what Zelensky was.
I've never seen anything like that. And let me just tell you, that's exactly what I voted for. There's nothing more 2025 than Donald Trump dog walking that ungrateful, lying little pipsqueak of a poorly dressed man in the Oval Office.
Holy shit! My God, Matt Gaetz, take it easy. You didn't have to go in that hard. My God. I just think this shit is fucking hilarious. During transfer, they said proxy wars were bad. They said endless wars were bad. They said Trump was going to during trips. They were angry that Trump is trying to end a proxy war. Oh, I know, right? Fucking be mad about it, you fucking pieces of shit. I hope you all get your fucking comeuppance. You shady fucks. I wish karma was real. I mean, sometimes it could be true, but I don't know. Yeah, fucking... I would like to do this with a lot of people, to be honest. Because some people fucking deserve it. You little shit, get the fuck out. I got spanked like a child today. Luncheon with President Trump and his great team went on this afternoon with some open seats. 1:30 invited some additional team members from the West Wing. Thank you, POTUS and VP America First. Wow, this looks like a... He was gonna get a nice meal from the president, too. Oh, you know what? It was probably from the president's personal chef, too. Oh my goodness. Fucking presidential food. Yeah, this is probably what happened with the Ukraine deal right here. Here's your Ukraine deal, you fuckheads. Oh, this is from the Jetsons.
Sir, please, sir, Ukraine needs you. Fuck you, sir.
Why does this guy look like oh, what's his face from shit, what's that one movie? It was like that really fucking nerdy dude. And he tries to... Oh man, I forgot what that movie was called. Fuck! It came out... Oh man, it came out like... 12... I want to say 13 years ago about? Was it Oh no, it was... Oh my god, it was Napoleon Dynamite, yes. And I was off by like fucking another 10 years. Anyways, fucking... Was that the same guy? Where'd it go? Yeah, it looks like the same guy. Oh wait, it's John Hader. Never mind. Oh wait. Yeah, this guy kind of looks like John Hader a little bit. At least when he played Napoleon. Or whatever. What was his name? Napoleon Dynamite? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was wondering if the character. I was trying to remember if the character's name was Napoleon Dynamite. Hmm. Get destroyed. Dang. No more money to the morons. You want to fight for Ukraine? Then get your asses on a plane and go on over there and fight your heart out. Yeah, I second this. Yeah, you want to help out Ukraine so bad? Go ship yourself over there. Yeah, go get a plane ticket. You know. Go volunteer front line, right? That's what you want to do, right? You want to get shanghaied by him, don't you? Just fly yourself over there. He'll help you out real fast. You're going to prepare to fight Russia. Just a reminder, 200 plus tanks, of which only 40 are currently in service. Oh shit. 1200 plus with 6,000 in service. 150k total armed forces. 4 mil active reserves. 225 nuclear weapons. 5,500 nuclear weapons. Don't let me even get started with artillery and conventional weapons, which account for 80% of casualties in most conflicts. There you go. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to fight mortars and fucking basically beefed up RPGs that are way more explosive. And they can just carpet bomb the fuck out of you. Yeah, have fun with that. Oh yeah, you're in a sitting tank. Oh, they have special missiles for those, right? Good luck. Your ass is fucking dead in like a second when they fucking launch that missile. If you really want to find out how fucking gruesome war is, go play some Red Alert or some Command and Conquer Generals, right? Even though those are fucking super gamified, but you will see that's literally how some of the units are. You're fighting with tanks, helicopters, planes, right? Beefed up tanks. I mean, those truck silo rocket launcher, right? They still have those. Those are actually real. And then, right, you obviously got nukes and, right, long-range ballistic missiles and stuff like that. Oh, he's not doing so good. Yeah, I should probably not show some of this. And it's gone. I'm an ADHD moron for leaving it, but you really would think that leaving a passport on an airplane and realizing it, plus telling them within 10 minutes, would be a very easy thing to resolve. Not in Colombia. Oh, Jesus. And it's gone. So yeah, gotta get one of those purple passports now.
Ceasefire faster than an agreement. I want a ceasefire. I want a ceasefire because you get a ceasefire faster than an agreement. Ask our people about ceasefire. What? I want a ceasefire. I want a ceasefire.
Squirm. Europe is heading towards civil war. Elon Musk, the Greek capital is on fire. People everywhere have simply had enough. Oh shit. Oh shit, they're throwing like Molotovs and shit, dude. What? Why are you kicking it? There's no point of kicking that anymore. Yeah, you know, motherfuckers are throwing Molotovs and shit, man. What the fuck? Designating English as the official language of the United States. Yeah, I was surprised this happened. This happened March 1st. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, shit. What is happening? Anyways. A national designated language is at a core of the unified and cohesive society, and the United States is strengthened by citizenry that can freely exchange ideas in one shared language. Oh, there you have it. It has been so annoying having everything turned to Spanish in our own country. English is the spoken language of the natives here for the last few hundred years. Time to make it official. Please remove Spanish from all signs, labels, answering services. Distraction alert. Egg prices are still skyrocketing, but they are distracting us with Gulf of America and English language shit. I guess so. Press 1 for English. Press 2 for English. Press 3 for English. Press 4 for English. It was the correct thing to do English. is our language. Full stop. If I were to live in another country, I would learn their language and cultural. God damn it, that one's a hard one. Norms. It's respectful. I can't even know that. Language. Society assimilation is important and prominent to preserve our national identity. National identity. They are deporting Spanish language too? Yes. Yes, deport this dumb bitch. Ship the boyfriend too. I'm sorry. Actually, are they... Wait, are they not... Are they boyfriend now, or are they husband and wife now? I don't remember. Would ship them off together. Here, all the Twitch people should go on this retreat. This is where some of their money is going to, by the way. Actually, I don't even know if this is a government program, so probably not. This is an old one. This was like, what? This was like 2 years ago, something like that? A year ago? Was it 2020? No, it was like 23 or 24, I forgot. It's pretty recent. What did they do with random driver passing by? Did they pause and act like nothing weird is happening? They look like they're on a forest trail of some sort. Oh my god. What the fuck? What? Okay. Oh my god. Jesus. You better. Yeah. Oh, I accidentally got it twice. Oh, no, actually, I think I accidentally misclicked. Neither Zelensky nor Ukraine is our ally. Yeah, I don't know why people still think that the fucking Ukraine is our ally. We've literally just been using them as a fucking pond. If people haven't noticed. At least the EU nations have, and NATO. The motherfucker's a pawn. If you would just look at the fucking NATO and crouching chart.
People in your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice hopes and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
The reason why I think JD got upset here was because I think he wasn't supposed to say certain shit and do certain things. but he did it literally in front of all the cameras. So there was obviously some things said before this whole meeting, and now that he's doing this now, it's like, what do you? Come on.
Don't tell us what we're gonna feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're gonna feel.
Oh, and then yeah, Trump jumps in.
That's exactly what you're in no position to dictate what we're gonna feel. Feel very good.
Oh, Marcus just eating and smiling.
Right now, not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it. You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, you said thank you. You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation to the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak about the war, he's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble. No, you've done a lot of trouble. Your country is in big trouble. I know. You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us. We are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war when we picked alone. And we are thankful. I said thanks. You haven't been alone. You haven't been alone. We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment. And your men are brave, but they had to use our military. If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks. In 3 days. I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something maybe less. In 2 weeks, of course, yes. It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you. Just say I said a lot of times.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
Okay, first of all, I'm glad Donald Trump kicked him out. Donald Trump kicked Zelensky right out the White House like he should have, okay? Zelensky, how dare you go to the White House and disrespect the President of the United States of America? Have you lost your damn mind? You gonna disrespect the Oval Office, coming up in there fighting with the President and the Vice President after everything that America has done for you? And you mad because of what, huh? Because of what? Because we ain't filling up your pockets with a bunch of money anymore? Coming up in there disrespecting Donald Trump. We don't need you. You need us. Talking to my Donald Trump, to my president like that, you done lost your everlasting mind. Donald Trump, you should have kicked him out because he wasn't wearing a suit in the first place. He should have been gone. He don't have enough respect to put on a suit and a tie.
Honestly, I don't think the suit and the tie really matters that much. I mean, yeah, he could have just gotten a fucking cheap suit real quick, you know. But, you know, who cares? I mean, fucking, what's it? I mean, yeah.
You want to come down to America and beg for money? Get your ass out that White House talking crap to my president. He should have. Donald Trump, don't let him come back in there. Don't let him come back in there. But I enjoy seeing Donald Trump stump him. That's my president. Donald Trump don't play that. Y'all can't disrespect Donald Trump and think he ain't gonna stand up for himself and stand up for America. Oh, Biden gone. Oh no, we ain't playing these games. You ain't gonna be disrespecting us, okay? But y'all, I done watched this video about 10 times already. I literally had to get my, I had to, You know when you watching a good movie, you want to eat and watch a good movie. This was like watching a good old movie, watching Donald Trump put him in his place. So I had to whip me up some of these pancakes. Y'all gotta go get some of these pancakes. This is good. Oh my God. And they taste better watching Zelensky get his butt kicked by Donald Trump, okay? Y'all, America is so back. We finally have a president who is standing up for us, okay? Love you, President Donald Trump. Love you so much. You know what, Donald Trump? I want to make you a plate of pancakes. I want to make you and J.D. Vance a plate of pancakes. And Donald Trump, if you see this video, I made these pancakes in honor.
Oh God, it's backwards. I can't read it.
Great victory that we had. The 45th and the 47th president.
Is that you?
And y'all, and RFK, this is pure maple. This is pure maple, okay? So don't you say nothing.
Is that you on the fucking thing?
I'm doing my high right now. But yeah, America is so back. But President Trump, I would love to make you some of my Cousin T's pancakes. Man, and they are so good. And they are even better while watching Donald Trump stand up.
Terrence K. Williams.
Thank you so much, President Trump. We love you, brother, man.
Who's Terrence K. Williams?
I've actually watched.
Oh, is he the... Oh, he is. I was wondering who this was. Yeah. I've seen him before. F Ukraine from VP Vance's home state of Ohio. Ohio. Hmm. How does cocaine have? Norway's largest marine fuel company refused to sell diesel to a U.S. Navy Virginia-class attack submarine after Zelensky's disastrous Oval Office meeting. This is the first time a NATO member refused a fellow NATO member fuel for a military vessel. Wait, really? Norwegian fuel giant snubs U.S. Navy amid Ukraine debacle. No way. That can't be real, dude. Are you fucking serious? Are we really going to play these fucking games? See, this is why I hate playing certain games, and I'd rather just put the fucking bullet in those fucking people. Right? Because I'm tired of these fucking games, to be honest. It's like, why the fuck are you doing this? No way, fuel giant refuses to fill you up. Wait, it says U.S. fuel supplier cuts ties. Wait, what? Fucking UK. You lying fucks. It has declared it will no longer help the US Navy. Oh, there you go. Hey, Norway, fuck you too. I hope you get nuked. Fucking bitches. Hey, Asmongold, this is what you wanted, right? Just kidding, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God, I'm turning into fucking I'm turning into goddamn Sam Hyde with the fucking just calling out fucking random people for no reason. Shit. F Ukraine, F Russia, and F country that supports this useless war. Not our borders, not America, also not America. Nope, also no. Not our concern, not the US. No, 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 no. Get fucked. Zelensky wins. Yes, getting taken, motherfucker. What the fuck? Are they dancing? What the fuck are they doing? Alright.
Us to keep NATO out. This is a war that should have never happened. It's a war that Russians tried repeatedly to settle on terms that were very, very beneficial to Ukraine and us. The major thing they wanted was for us to keep NATO out of the Ukraine. The big military contractors want to
No, don't show these all.
add new countries to NATO all the time. Why?
Oh no.
Because then that country has to conform its military purchases to NATO weapon specifications, which means certain companies, Northrop Grumman, Raytheon, General Dynamics, Boeing, and Lockheed, get a trapped market. In March of 2022, we committed $113 billion. Just to give you an example, we could have built a home for almost every homeless person.
No, don't say that. Oh no, that 113. Don't say that. What you could have done with the 113 billion. No, you're gonna upset people.
Committed another 24 billion since that 2 months ago, and now President Biden
See, this is the war machine.
But But the
This is what people wanted, right? This is where the money printer go
we
burr.
have to rebuild all the things that we destroyed. Mitch McConnell was asked, can we really afford to spend $113 billion to Ukraine? He said, don't worry. It's not really going to Ukraine.
It's going to American defense manufacturers.
No, don't say that. No, don't say that, Mitch McConnell. I mean, too bad he's not here anymore, right? Sucks.
And who do you think owns every one of those companies? BlackRock. So Tim Scott during the
No, not BlackRock and Vanguard. Oh no.
It's not a gift to Ukraine. It's a loan. So raise your hand. If
He did say it was a loan.
getting paid back. Yeah, of course it's not. So why do they call it a loan? Because if they call it a loan, they can impose loan conditions.
Loan condition, yeah.
And what are the loan conditions that we impose on? Number one, an extreme austerity program, so that if you're poor in Ukraine, you're going to be poor forever. Number two, most important, Ukraine.
This is why you have to be careful with politicians' words. And this is why you should be especially careful with certain people's words. Even streamers. Because they're just like fucking politicians. They will try to use certain words to fucking... to get you.
Ukraine has to put all
I'll do it.
of its government-owned assets up for sale to multinational corporations, including all of its agricultural land, the biggest single asset in Europe. In Ukraine, there's been 1,000 years of war fought over that land. It's the richest farmland in the world. It's the breadbasket of Europe. 500,000 kids almost, Ukrainians have died to keep that land as part of Ukraine. They almost certainly didn't know about this loan condition. They've already sold 30% of it. The buyers were DuPont, Cargill, and Monsanto. Who do you think owns all of those companies? Yeah.
No, don't say it. Oh, no.
In December, President Biden gave out the contract.
Big investment company owning certain small companies that look like production companies of some sort. Huh.
So they're doing this.
Interesting.
They don't even care that we know anymore. They can get away with it. How do they know that? Because they have a strategy. And that strategy is an old strategy, which is they keep us at war with each other. They keep us hating on each other. They keep the Republicans and Democrats fighting each other, black against white, and all these divisions.
No, not race on race crimes. No. When Zelensky challenged J.D. Vance for advocating diplomacy with Russia, the Ukrainian president invoked his December 9, 2019 agreement with Putin and claimed, "We signed the exchange of prisoners, but Putin, didn't do it." Here are pictures of Zelensky attending a December 29, 2019 ceremony welcoming the return of Ukrainian prisoners freed under his agreement with Putin. Here's also the 2020 announcement for Zelensky's office welcoming the completion of the third prisoner exchange. Kiev, Ukraine. 2019-12-29. December 29th. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky attends the ceremony welcoming of the Ukrainians who were freed by the pro-Russian rebels during a prisoner exchange at the Boryspil airport, near Kiev. On December 29th, Ukrainian prisoners were released during a prisoner swap between Ukraine and Russia-backed separatists. 76 people were returned to Ukraine. 127 were transferred to Russia-backed separatists. On 9 December 2019, During the Normandy leaders meeting, the president of Ukraine and Russia agreed exchange of prisoners between Ukraine and pro-Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine. Oh, why did Mr. Volodymyr Zelensky say what he said during the thing, huh? Why did he say that? Because he did do that. Honestly, I should have fact-checked that. Because I just didn't really fucking care, because I knew he was just a lying piece of shit. But, you know. Third stage for all format has now been completed. Ukraine has returned 20 of its citizens held captive in the temporarily occupied territories. The first stage was when 35 people were returned. Political prisoners and our sailors, that was the first part. The second exchange was the Normandy 4 arrangements. 76 people were released. We are returning 20 people now, Volodymyr Zelensky said. Also, those pictures that they showed here, I remember seeing these pictures. Right? Because they had the Getty Image Credit Future Publishing. Yeah, I remember seeing these in the past. So this did happen. So I don't know why Vladimir Zelensky said the thing he did during the fucking press conference. You fuck. Nice optics there, you fucking piece of shit. We can wait for quarantine to end and then make a bigger exchange, but our party insisted that we don't have to wait anything. 20 people have been confirmed to us. Let's return 20 people. Now, as you can see. Why the fuck you lying? Why the fuck you lying? Why, oh my god. Why the fuck you lying, bitch? Foot guy, boob guy, ass guy. Oh shit. God damn it. I didn't pre-look, I swear to God. Trump of Putin. Think Trump was aggressive to Zelensky for no reason? Oh no, there was obviously a reason for Trump being a little upset there. Honestly, I'd probably be upset too, with all the fucking bullshit that I just saw. Motherfucker keeps lying to your face, and it's just like, dude, what are you fucking doing? Especially in front of the fucking cameras, I'm gonna try and lie to your face. It's like, dude, what the fuck? The fact that people haven't caught on what fucking Zelensky did there is, like, astonishing. Oh, but I'm on Zelensky's side. Oh, but I don't want Russia to come in and fuck them up. Oh, well, that's too fucking bad. It happened because fucking Zelensky did some shady shit. Well, not only Zelensky did some shady shit, but the whole EU nations and NATO did some shady shit. Oh, but I don't know anything about that. I don't really. Well, too bad. Maybe you should do more research on why NATO is fucking crouching over there. Maybe you should brush up on some history. I don't know. Maybe do some more research. But I don't want to do research. Oh, that's too fucking bad. You sit on your ass all fucking day doing nothing anyways. You literally have everyone else going to work or going to school to get an education. Right? You have people doing shit. You have people going on the front lines of your bullshit to do shit. Right? And you're complaining now? I don't know, maybe do some fucking take 2 minutes of your day to do some fucking basic research. Stop being a fucking bitch. Also, stop being disingenuous fuckheads. Oh yeah, by the way, all NATO. Right here, all NATO. Why is that? Can anyone explain to me why NATO? Huh? All NATO, by the way. Either are in NATO or have a peace deal with NATO. So can anyone explain to me why that happened when they weren't supposed to do that? Huh? No? Hmm? And people know exactly why. In case a fucking nuclear warhead were to fucking happen, someone could fucking catch on and maybe shoot it out of the fucking sky. Why do you think there's fucking anti-air missiles and defense systems all over certain countries? Why do you think there's alert systems like 24 fucking 7? Why do you think people have 24/7 jobs sometimes? Or right? Well, why do you think people have a night shift and a day shift sometimes in those areas? I don't know. Maybe you should start fucking figuring out the answers to those why questions, huh? Instead of fucking going around in the fucking dark with your fucking heads cut off thinking it's gonna be okay. It's like, fucking, if you want to play that game, go ahead. That's a one-way trip to fucking misadventure. Henry Johnson. Much appreciated for a follow. Neither Zelensky nor Ukraine is our ally. Ukraine is not a member of NATO. Though the Ukraine and Russia are run by corrupt oligarchs, yes. President Trump and VP Vance are stopping the U.S. from being dragged into World War III. Warmongers like you and your bank accounts are hardest hit. Well, I mean, there's a lot of people who just don't care and just will throw their money into the fucking war machine. It happens. I mean, they kind of did it with the Vietnam War, right? They're doing it with this conflict, right? What the fuck? Right? They're doing it with the fucking Israel-Hamas conflict too, because you got a bunch of fucking terrorist organizations terrorist factions up in that region. That whole Middle Eastern region has like, what, 7 or 8 fucking factions. It's like, oh, that's nice. And then back home in your nation, in everyone else's nations, you got like 7 or 8 fucking gangs. Like fucking having their own territories in certain districts of of the state or the province, and it's just like, oh well, this is nice. Not only that, but you got like cartel fucking routes running all out through the fucking countries. And then you got the online space that isn't fucking helping out either with all the black market trading online. The only winning move is not to play. I mean, it's not even that. People forgot. All Trump said was, "Come back when you don't have fucking, when you're not wanting fucking Putin's head on a goddamn platter." Because I don't think you can put this guy and Putin in the same room. There's no way. The fact that he just said that on air and shit, it's like, it's probably not a good idea to put them in the same room together. Yeah. Any other? Oh yeah, more of the. More Shanghaied. Get conscripted. Off you go, bitch. You're going in. What are you like on that, motherfucker? At this point, they're gonna knock him out to get in. Yeah, they're just gonna beat the shit out of him till they fucking get him in. Get the fuck in. The mom's just like, no. 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 You got these guys. This guy's lucky. He got injured and he's just like, oh shit. Oh, he got pushed out. They don't want to. He doesn't want to go in. You're going in, motherfucker. Nope, your ass is getting taken. As a mama bear, you would have to rip my limbs off to keep me from keeping. You're going into the meat grinder while you, if you like it or not. Sucks. Fox reported that protesters have disrupted J.D. Vance's planned vacation in Vermont following yesterday's fiasco.
For Vice President J.D. Vance and his family following yesterday's fiasco there in the Oval Office with President Zelensky. There's some new video now we have showing the Vice President being greeted.
Apparently, a lot of people in Sugar Bush,
pro-Ukraine signs as he makes his way there to Vermont for a ski resort vacation.
And Vermont seems a little.
And the family ultimately had to move to an
Is that the rainbow flag?
For Vice President
Has come out of Ukraine. Poor kid with a Down syndrome made to serve on the front lines. Ah. I mean, yeah, any able body, you're gonna get fucking tossed into the meat grinder. That's just how it is. I mean, you saw some of the horrors. I mean, some of the fucking, well, yeah. If you read into history and heard some of the stories of veterans, some of those guys got into heavy drug use sometimes. Ew. VTuber culture in Japan. Just kidding. Or just Asian countries in general. I don't think that's ever going to change in America. I mean, well, I guess that kind of changed with the whole, the Dodger game and fucking VTubers doing that shit. But other than that, I don't think you're gonna get like VTubers on a big screen like that. Like how Japan does it. Advertising that weird shit all over the place. I might just have to burn down the whole United States if that shit happens. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I was reading English. A unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. President Trump has signed executive order designating English as the official language. Yeah, I already know about that. Dude, this is all. It's basically the same face he gave for his mugshot. 47th presidential picture. It almost looks like the fucking mugshot. By the authority vested in me as President of the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered. Section 1, Purpose and Policy. From the founding of our Republic, English has been used as our national language. Our nation's historic governing documents, including the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, have all been written in English. It is therefore long past time that English is declared as the official language of the United States. A nationally designated language is at the core of a unified and cohesive society, and the United States is strengthened by a citizenry that can freely exchange ideas in one shared language. In welcoming new Americans, a policy of encouraging the learning and adoption of our national language will make United States a shared home and empowerment new citizens to achieve the American dream. So this is Trump's way of trying to assimilate people. People. Speaking English not only opens doors economically, but it helps newcomers engage in their communities, participate in national traditions, and give back to our society. This order recognizes and celebrates wrong traditions of multilinguality. Oh shit! I can't do it perfectly. It's hard. I'm not fucking used to it yet. American citizens who have learned English, and pass it to their children for generations to come. Okay, so there you have it. Alright, let's see what we got here. What does Ilhan the Corrupt Omar says? Also, by the way, she has helped, she basically did what AOC did. And I'm surprised she's not being investigated for that shit.
There's a shortage of top-notch air traffic controllers. If you have retired but are open to returning to work, please consider doing so. How about you don't fire as many as you did? So you've got.
I mean, and the retirement thing for air traffic controllers is also, again, it just shows how much he doesn't know. I know people talk about him as a genius, but to me, I think he's probably one of the dumbest, luckiest people to exist on this earth. The retirement age for air traffic controllers is 55 or 25 years of service. So unless we raise their retirement age, if they retire, they're not coming back, right? Like they were set to retire. And it is a taxing job. Like on Friday, I went to the FAA in the Minneapolis St. Paul airport to check in on air traffic controllers. What we learned is that, they're at 87% capacity. It takes 3 years for somebody to be onboarded to be fully certified in all the equipment and become self-sufficient in order for them to be an air traffic controller. They have 11 people in that pipeline, but they're also set to have more than that in retirement. So they're not going to be at 100% capacity anytime soon. We also know that for the smaller airports, whether it's Crystal that's in...
If you have retired but are on X, there's a shortage of top-notch air traffic controllers. If you
people have a thing for...
okay. That just tells me Elon Musk doesn't know anything about air traffic control. I mean, he literally just took on the job and he's just making conversation. I was like, are you just gonna nitpick everything people says? Okay. There's a lot of statements in history. She obviously hasn't looked in the mirror lately. Says the woman that married her brother here on paper. I'm okay. That's true. She wants to date him. Same with Vance. She wants to date Vance. Projecting like usual in her pathetic attempt to get attention. Logan Act, Putin, Trump, Wyoming. What is going on in Wyoming? Richard Grenell's absolutely right. This is Obama's old team Blinken, Nolan, Rice, and Vindman telling Zelensky to nix Trump's deal isn't just interference. Oh, that is true, right? Because they were, right, this happened back in 2013, right? Because he was working with the Obama team at that time. I wonder if Zelensky is still talking with some of these Obama people, right? I would assume he's still talking with some of the the Warhawks. So why not? Why isn't he probably is still talking with some of Obama's people. I bet. You shady fucks. Yeah, because it was weird how he decided to. He obviously was trying to play. He was playing games during that fucking interview or that this conference. Yo, what's the Logan Act? Saying these 4 anti-American traitors prosecuted under the Logan Act, with all 4 getting 3 years in prison for intentionally undermining President Trump, would help to get our country back to track. 18 USC 953. Nobody is above the law. Blinken, Nolan, Susan Rice, and Vindman. Advise Zelensky to stand tall in the meeting with Trump. If true, they are acting as foreign agents violating the Logan Act. I wonder if that's true. Because they're not in office. Right? Why are they even talking? Yeah, they're not. They have no official capacity anymore. Why are they even talking if that's true? That's a little shady. Uh-oh. Hey, Asmongold, you want to confirm or deny your side of the story? Just kidding. No, I'm kidding. He obviously knows that there was some shadiness behind the whole thing too. I'm just making fun of him because he's siding more with Zelensky just because he was pouting instead of going off like Trump. It's like, why do you care about that? But okay, whatever. If that's what you care about most, that's like something small compared to the big picture. And the war, too many people are suffering and no one wants World War III. Okay. Zelensky, no, give me more money and weapons. Trump is pro-Putin. We the people fuck off, end the war, no more money and people. No more money and weapons. Globalist. Trump is pro-Putin. Slava Russia. Slava Russia. Well, what happened in Wyoming? Shut up, you traitor. Wyoming spoke a long time ago. This miserable bitch belongs in prison. Oh, fucking... What is Liz Cheney on about? Devil's Tower is rising 264 meters, 167 feet. So, terrain in Wyoming, an ingenious intrusion that some believe is the remains of a volcano that volcano after erosion removed the surrounding rocks. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Vance kicks him in the knees. Trump kicks him in the nuts. Rubio kicks him in the curb. Oh yeah, didn't Rubio do like a meeting or interview or something? Did I not get it? Oh, I guess I forgot to... Did I accidentally exit out of it? Oh, I probably did. I thought I pulled it up. Let me see. Oh, I guess... No, I guess I accidentally fucked it, yeah.
And my source tonight is the Secretary of State who is in that room today, Marco Rubio. Thank you so much, Secretary Rubio, for being here. We just heard from President Zelensky. He said he does not think that he owes President Trump an apology for what happened inside the Oval Office today. Do you feel otherwise?
I do, because you guys don't see, you guys only saw the end. You saw what happened today. You don't see all the things that led up to this. So let me explain. The president's been very clear. He campaigned on this. He thinks this war should have never started. He believes, and I agree, that had he been president, it never would have happened. Now here we are. He's trying to bring an end to this conflict. We've explained very clearly what our plan is here, which is we want to get the Russians to a negotiating table. We want to explore whether peace is possible. They understand this. They also understand that this agreement that was supposed to be signed today was supposed to be an agreement that binds America economically.
Oh shit! I should have.
To me, as
crap!
I've explained,
I kind of need
the president
to
alluded to today is a security guarantee in its own way because we're involved. It's not
put
us,
on my
it's our
brace.
interests.
I'll just.
That was all understood.
I'll still be right here. I'm just gonna turn off the camera.
Every engagement we've had with the Ukrainians, there's been complications in getting that point across, including the public statements that President Zelensky has made. But they insisted on coming to D.C.
You might hear some fucking Velcro
They
shit.
insisted on coming to Washington, and there was and should have been a very clear understanding. Don't come here and create a such scenario where you're going to start lecturing us about how diplomacy isn't going to work. President Zelensky took it in that direction, and it ended in a predictable outcome as a result. It's unfortunate. That wasn't supposed to be this way, but that's the path he chose. And I think, frankly, sends his country backwards in regards to achieving peace, which is what President Trump wants at the end of the day, is for this war to end. He's been as consistent as anyone can be about what his objective is here.
But what specifically do you want to see President Zelensky apologize for?
Well, apologize for turning this thing into the fiasco for him that it became. There was no need for him to go in there and become antagonistic. Look, this thing went off the rails. You were there, I believe. It went off the rails when he said, let me ask you a question to the vice president. What kind of diplomacy are you talking about? Well, this is a serious thing. I mean, thousands of people have been killed, thousands. And he talks about all these horrible things that have happened to prisoners of war and children, all true, all bad. This is what we're dealing with here. It needs to come to an end. We are trying to bring it to an end. The way you bring it to an end is you get Russia to the table to talk. And he understands that. Attacking Putin, no matter how anyone may feel about him personally, forcing the president into a position where you're trying to goad him into attacking Putin, calling him names, maximalist demands about Russia having to pay for the reconstruction, all the sorts of things that you talk about in a negotiation. Well, when you start talking about that aggressively, and the president's a deal maker, he's made deals his entire life, you're not going to get people to the table. And so you start to perceive that maybe Zelensky doesn't want a peace deal. He says he does, but maybe he doesn't. And that active, open undermining of efforts to bring about peace is deeply frustrating for everyone who's been involved in communications with them leading up to today. And I think he should apologize for wasting our time for a meeting that was going to end the way it did.
You yourself have said previously that Putin cannot be trusted in negotiations. That was the point that
Zelensky can't be trusted either. I mean, is that not why you're talking to the U.S.?
Without security guarantees, because he was talking about all the ceasefire agreements before, or agreements that Putin has just blown past. I mean, do you still feel that way, that Putin cannot be trusted in these negotiations?
Well, I was there yesterday when the president said in front of the media that our approach is going to be trust but verify. President Trump's made deals his entire life. He's not going to get suckered into some deal that's not a real deal. We all understand this. We understand it on our end for certain. And so the goal here is to get to a
Yeah, it's like
explore whether peace.
Yeah, it's like people forget, okay, we make the deal and then what? Like, there was no guarantee that fucking Zelensky was gonna follow through given what he was doing that fucking right during that meeting. And then he wants to talk about security guarantees and all that shit, but it's just like, dude, you're on air. You shouldn't be talking about that shit right now. That's not for you to decide either.
Is possible. I've said this repeatedly. I don't know. I think it is, based on what they've said so far, but we have to explore that. How else is this war going to end? I ask people, what is the European plan to end this war? I can tell you what one foreign minister told me, and I'm not going to say who it was, but I can tell you what one of them told me, and that is that the war goes on for another year, and at that point, Russia will feel so weakened that they'll beg for a peace. That's another year of killing, another year of dying, another year of destruction, and by the way, not a very realistic plan in my point of view. So if there's a chance peace, even if it's a 1% chance. That needs
I
to be
told
his goal,
you.
and that's what President Trump is trying to do here.
Oh, we were.
President Trump said just when he was leaving the White
Yeah,
House.
we need another year of war and killing to broker a peace deal. It's like, what? Is that what you really think a fucking peace deal is gonna do after fucking another year of killing and slaughtering? Like what?
Deliberately appear to be deliberately. I mean, after having discussed this repeatedly, deliberately appear to be geared towards making the argument that peace is not possible. You know, again, he turns to the vice president. What kind of diplomacy are you talking about? Almost as if to say, these people, you can't deal with them. You can't have any negotiations with Putin because he can't be trusted, and you're just wasting your time on negotiations. Well, he's directly, basically undermining everything the president has told him he's trying to do. Look, there's no need for that. You start to suspect, does he really want an end to this war? Does he just think that, you know, we have to do whatever he says and give him anything he wants without any end game. That was the Biden strategy. That was the Biden strategy. We were funding a stalemate. We were funding a meat grinder. And unfortunately, for the Ukrainians, the Russians have more meat to grind, and they don't care about human life. We've seen it, human waves, the North Koreans, etc. And so this is a very complex thing. It's very delicate. It's very costly. It's very bloody. It needs to be brought to an end, but it isn't going to be brought to an end with public pronouncements and maximalist demands in the public, but in real diplomacy. The vice president was right.
When you say they don't care about life,
What the fuck? Oh. Yeah, how... Yeah, yeah, I have my whole issue. He was literally trying to appeal to the public, and it's just like, dude, you're asking the wrong fucking people.
But in real diplomacy, the vice president was right.
And if anything, he's already getting funding from a bunch of different charities that are obviously towards Ukrainian effort, but they're not to the war effort, right? They're to like medical supplies and food supplies, probably, right? They're to citizens, right? To the humanitarian effort, not to the war effort.
when you say they don't care about life, are you talking about the Russians or the Ukrainians?
Well, the Russians, I mean, they're conscripting by the hundreds of thousands.
They're both.
North Korean troops that were slaughtered in Kursk, and they keep going. More people.
Oh, well, the Russians are conscripting
again, we go
North
back
Koreans.
to the same point. I'm not going to fall into this trap of the who's bad and who's evil. People can make those conclusions. People have seen how this narrative is played out and where we are today and how this all started and so forth. The point now is it has to end. And the way it ends is you get people to a negotiating table. And the president, who's the ultimate deal maker, knows you don't get people to a negotiating table when you're calling them names and you're accusing them of things, because at the end of the day, this is not a political campaign. Okay, this is high-stakes international diplomacy and an effort to bring about an end to a very, very dangerous war.
But you yourself, sir, have said before that you believe Putin is a war criminal, that is a widely accepted fact. You've called him a butcher. And you said that as a Secretary of State, you do believe it's important for someone with such...
Well, Zelensky's a war criminal, too.
To speak with that kind of moral clarity.
You really want to do this shit, CNN bitch? It's funny how everyone's being like, oh, all the Russians are committing war crimes. You motherfuckers. You lying shitheads. Fucking Google. I fucking hate you. Russian prisoners of wars, mistreatments and executions, potential war crimes in Donbass, abuse against prisoners of war, and prosecutions of accused collaborators. And they haven't put in the fact that they may have been giving money to fucking certain organizations overseas to hit Russia.
Yeah, and at this moment, as Secretary of State, my job working for the president is to...
So, I mean, both parties are both fucking war criminals. Yeah, everyone's crying about fucking Putin. Because big bad Putin with the nuclear codes of his own. Is that it? Fucking pansies.
Is the job of the State Department. The State Department doesn't fight wars, it ends them. It tries to end them. And that's usually, by the way, celebrated. I mean, throughout history, I've watched presidents to bring about an end to wars and conflicts, and people celebrate that. They applaud it. I think we should be very proud and happy that we have a president whose prime objective is not to get into wars, but to prevent wars and to get out of wars. That is a very noble, laudable goal. Everyone should be applauding it, and he should be given the space to do that, not undermined by demands that he call Putin names or that we say things that impede the ability to conduct real diplomacy.
Yeah,
the Vice President said.
Literally. CNN does this shit too. MSNBC kind of fucks with all of these motherfucker fucks with, right? All these news outlets, they fuck with deals constantly. Right? News media outlets, they always fuck with trade deals. They always fuck with foreign deals all the fucking time. Same with politicians. Fucking crooked motherfuckers.
To follow up on what you just said a moment ago, are you saying that you have doubts that President Zelensky wants this war to come to an end?
What I have doubts about is whether he's willing to say and do the things that we need in order to get a negotiation. Again, you guys, this has been going on for 10 days, and to see things in the press saying we're not coordinating with the Ukrainians, that's absolutely false. Over the last 10 days, the Ukrainians have met with the Secretary of Commerce, the Secretary of State, the Vice President of the United States, had a phone call with President Trump.
Yeah, in Munich, when J.D. Vance went there, I'm pretty sure he had a talk with some of the some of the representatives of Ukraine. So it's like, why the fuck are? That's why I think he was talking to like the war hawks, right? And potentially the Biden some of the Biden administration people. Because it's like, why the fuck are you bringing all that dumb shit up when you know that you're lying out your fucking teeth?
And he was in the Oval Office today. I've talked to the foreign minister of Ukraine 3 times in the last 10 days.
I'm the most humble dreamer on the platform.
Keep reading these press accounts about,
Fuck
they're leaving us out. We're not involved. We're not engaged. None of these things are true, and it continues. So all that led up to today in a deep sense of frustration. And my hope is that this all can be reset and maturity can kick in and some pragmatism, because this war tonight, people will die in Ukraine. Tonight, people will die in this conflict. We're trying to bring an end to this conflict, which is unsustainable.
Sorry, I have no. I'm tired of the fucking humility, of the humbleness bullshit.
Is named President Donald Trump, and we need to give
fucking lying motherfuckers. No one's humble.
See efforts to impede it.
There's only self-interest.
Someone don't say, let's not talk about these things, let's not go in this direction, because it makes it harder for us to engage, and they insist on doing it anyways, you start to
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that because there's obviously some people who want nothing to do with right the war and all that shit, but they will be brought in no matter
You
what.
don't believe that this can be, you're not sure that this can be salvaged?
Because
can this
war
relationship
doesn't
between
discriminate.
Zelensky and Trump be repaired in your view?
I think anything is possible, but it has to go back to the point that President Trump is interested in being involved in this for the purposes of bringing about an enduring and lasting peace. That's what he wants to achieve. And I think if I'm a country, okay, that's involved in a war with a bigger country, who's losing thousands of people, who's had 3 million people leave my country because they can't be there.
Yeah, and Zelensky was all like, oh, we want to go back in Russia and take back our people. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Did you not hear what he said during that fucking speech? He wanted more weapons, more money. He wanted soldiers, right? He wanted more firepower and more, right? He wanted the go-ahead to go more into Russia, basically, to say all that. It's like, dude, you guys are shady as fuck. You guys are a bunch of warmongering motherfuckers. And I hope you get your fucking heads on a pike.
Is facing these.
Oh no, you can't do that. It's against the free speech. Shut the fuck
I would
up.
be supportive of what he's trying to do.
Coward.
In my public pronouncements and in my public posture. And we didn't see that today. And we haven't seen that for the last few days. Now,
No balls.
I hope so. It should.
You play up on the you play up on the fucking camera and don't act like a real fucking human being.
World leaders and politicians.
You wanna fucking play games? You get treated like a fucking game character. You wanna play that fucking game? Go ahead. I'll just silently call you out, tell you you're a fucking dumbass.
Years old. She's not only unmarried, but has never even had a serious relationship. So, Mau Mau places her only hope.
Sit on that pedestal and shield your eyes. Oh no, I don't want to get involved. Then don't get involved.
She still hasn't found the ideal partner. Every date starts with high expectations, but ends in disappointment. You could hear in her tone, as she gradually became the agency's most difficult VIP client. And look guys, it's no small feat to turn an entire agency into a circus of despair. Now, in the photo, this lady might just be the trickiest, the toughest nut to crack. The agency, poor thing, carefully selected another candidate for a date. But the two didn't even last 20 minutes together before parting ways. She ended up crying desperately from heartache. So, does he want to vomit, or is it heartache? She exclaimed, like she was starring in a Mexican soap opera. I think I can handle it, but him pampering me is downright impossible, she fired off, blaming the guy who probably just wanted to sip his coffee in peace. Seriously, Mau Mau, who can put up with all this drama? The agency barely managed to calm her down, and to everyone's surprise, the guy opened his mouth to complain too. I've never seen anything like this, at least have some respect, starting with respect for the agency's staff, he roared, and rightly so, because no one deserves to be treated like a disposable accessory. During the date, he even tried to be proactive, but barely looked at her, which left him feeling insecure. I'm not that ugly, am I? He asked, practically begging for a shred of dignity. Oh no, I'm not, you're not, she replied, in a dialogue worthy of a lousy stand-up routine. The result? The guy walked away with psychological baggage, and the agency was left pulling their hair out. Congrats, Mau Mau, you sank yet another ship. Mau Mau, born in 1983, works as a financial manager at a big company. Professionally, she's killing it, but in love? A complete train wreck. At 40, she's not only alone, but has never had a relationship. Still, she tries to play the optimist. Living happily is what matters most. At least some things I can satisfy myself, right? If I want to buy something, or if I want something, as long as I can get it, well, I'm willing, and I can satisfy myself, she said, as if a new car or an expensive bag could replace a real partner. Wake up, sweetheart. That's not independence. It's just loneliness with a fancy mask. In her view of love, the ideal partner has to be perfect, and her benchmark is her late father. He was perfect. In my heart, he was the most perfect man in the world. That's why no one can win me over. I'm not interested, she declared, with a romanticism that borders on delusion. Tall, handsome, kind, a real-life superhero. Her dad was the gold standard, and she drew her dream partner based on him. A little wife, and he was like that as a kid. A big head and a ponytail, that was the style, also a big head. His drawing really felt so real to me, she rambled. Man, have you ever seen someone so stuck in the past they might as well live in a museum? But she never imagined she'd hit 40 as a VIP client of a matchmaking agency. That day, she took an early taxi in Comet.
Wait. Shh.
Speaking of cars, I recently bought a BYD Han on the Gwazi used car site for just 90,000 yuan, 10,000 yuan cheaper than a new one. Driving it feels brand new. Nowadays, new cars lose value fast.
I don't know if this is true in China, but... Yeah, if this is her view on how she wants to live her life, I mean that's her choice, right? She's just not gonna find anyone. Yo, whoever makes this video has a way with the words. German Mau Mau. She looks geriatric. Jesus. BYD is a crap car. Oh, she goes on a bunch of... Okay. It seems like they tell a story of this chick who goes on a bunch of blind dates. Or, well, she goes to this agency to help her get a date. And then they try to, like, interview the family and see what's going on and see her personality and whatnot. Here's the tip. In a world that doesn't serve a princess on a platter, Mama's got a new car and a top job. She's a spoiled teenager no one can stand. And honestly, that's the best for everyone. So apparently... she has a stable and well-paid job. But her she has high standards. And basically, every time she tries to go on the blind date, she doesn't like the person, it seems. And then she's pretty materialistic, it seems, with her car, I guess. And then her lifestyle, whatever she. I mean, she doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's how I kind of feel like with how America kind of is a little bit. Right, some of the same thing is happening in America with certain people. Right, men and women both. Alright, this is people in China.